Howdy. This is going to be a quick little video to show you how to spoof the location on an iPhone. Hey, I'm Bjorn Olsen from yourofempire.com and the Empire Forums, owner of the OnlyFans Empire, an OnlyFans management agency managing girls in the top 1% from all over the world completely remotely, hence different hotel rooms and pets and all my different videos. Check us out at yourofempire.com or at yourofempire on all major social media platforms. But for now, let's get back to the video. Now, you're probably going to want to use this with dating apps because if you've seen my other videos, I preach about the iPhone method and how we create a lot of dating apps using an iPhone farm, essentially. So one of the things you're going to need to do is spoof location on an iPhone. Now, if you're not doing that, perhaps you might want to spoof the location for, I don't know, Pokemon Go or some cool game you want to play. If you're playing games and you're not working, then you're on the wrong channel because we're all about work and hustle here, all right? But in case you just slipped by this video on accident and maybe you're playing an app and you want to spoof location, all this will help you out. So throw a like down anyway, all right? Anyway, so first thing you're going to want to do is download 3U Tools. Oh, that's Empire Phones. Whoops. You want to go to 3U Tools. You want to hit the download button. Download it. It is free. And then once you've downloaded it, you're going to install everything, blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to connect your iPhone. As soon as the iPhone connects, iPhone's going to pop up with a little pop-up saying, trust this computer. You can say, yes. Then once you've done that, you're going to connect the PC to 3U Tools. It's going to ask you to install some driver software, stuff like that. You're going to install it. And then once you've done that, you're going to come to this window here. Now, bear in mind, the first time you connect the iPhone to the computer for trying to spoof the location, it might ask you to enable developer mode on the iPhone. So the iPhone might pop up saying, sorry, you need to enable developer mode to do this. And then you're going to say, yes, do it. And then it's going to restart. And then you're going to come back to this. So if you haven't spoofed location on it before, then you're going to have to enable developer mode. Just follow the prompts. iPhone will guide you through it. iPhone will guide you through it. Anyway, once all that's done, you're going to come to this. So then it's going to say device is connected. You're going to go, OK. Now it's going to pop up showing the name of the iPhone. This is B's iPhone. No, we don't actually have a model called B, but when you're creating a shitload of dating apps with different iPhones for a model, you got to start getting creative with names. So it's connected. Now, once it's connected, you're going to go to this little thing here on the left saying Common Tools. You're going to go to Common Tools and then go to Virtual Location. Now, the virtual location is going to pop up. No, we're not in Wellington, so we're going to modify location. Now, you have two options here. What you can do, say you are in New Zealand. Say you're in New Zealand. That's actually quite interesting because I thought when you reset iPhones, it reset the location, but I reset this iPhone and it is still in New Zealand. Anyway, say you're in New Zealand, right? Say you are actually located in Wellington. Say I'm actually located in Wellington. Now, why I say there are two options for spoofing location is option one, if you're doing it for dating apps and you're trying to replicate the method we're doing, then what we do is we only spoof the location to a separate part of the same country. Why is that? Because the only reason we're spoofing the location is so we're not creating 50 dating app accounts all in the same spot. Because if you have 50 dating app accounts all in the same spot, all with a different name, and the photos look kind of the same, and the girl's the same, and the guy's saying, what the fuck, they're going to report them. So in order to avoid that, you need to spread them out. So the only reason we spoof the location on iPhones, literally just to separate the dating app accounts, because you want to put them in different parts of the same country. This is so that you can still use the same SIM card from the country you're in, and there are less anomalies. So if you're simply spoofing to a different location and it's still using the same SIM card from the country, whatever that you're in, everything looks pretty good. There's less anomalies and dating apps can be pretty good. Now, you're going to say, but I want to just promote my dating apps in a different country. I want to match with simps in different countries. Yeah, I know. So do we. We're not just trying to match with everyone in New Zealand. We're just saying when we set it up, you set it up to spoof to a different part of New Zealand to separate the dating apps. And in order to match with people from other countries, we do that within the Tinder and Bumble app itself by purchasing Tinder Gold or Bumble Premium. Now, within the Tinder Gold or the Bumble Premium, you have an option to travel. So you can use the travel functionality and you can set your dating app profile to be shown in any country you like. And then it will show your dating app profile in that country. This way, you're doing all of the traveling inside the Tinder and Bumble app itself. So then you don't have to do any of that kind of traveling on the iPhone, because say if you spoof a location to New Zealand, or say if you spoof the location to the USA and using an Australian SIM card or using a New Zealand SIM card, yeah, it might work. I don't know if it will, but there's going to be, see what I mean? There's going to be some anomalies. There's going to be some things that are not going to look right on the back end. And so in order to avoid that, we do all the spoofing in the same country with the same SIM card, and we leave all of the traveling to do within the Tinder and Bumble app. As I've said in another video, less holes in the bucket, less things to be detected by dating apps, because you have to assume that dating apps can see everything, because Tinder almost can. Tinder's tech is insane. So we like to keep it simple, less anomalies, all right? So the only reason we use the only reason we use the spoofing function is to separate the dating apps so they're not shown in the same spot. And then to show the dating app profiles in other countries, we use the Tinder or Bumble app itself to do that, all right? So that's one reason. So this is option one. So if you're simply doing that I mentioned before, then all you're going to do is you're going to zoom in to a different part of the country you're in, where you haven't obviously spoofed with an iPhone. And you're just going to say, yeah, boom, that looks cool. Boom, all right? And then you say that spot's good. Modify. And then it's going to say, all right, downloading depending components, because it updated some shit. And this is Aniwaniwa Valley Track, Wairoa. Funnily enough, I was actually born in New Zealand, so my cousin actually lives here. No, I didn't. But I was born in New Zealand, beautiful country. And now you'll say, okay, and boom, it's done. So now this iPhone, this B's iPhone, is officially located in Aniwaniwa Valley Track in Wairoa. Wairoa. I know I pronounced that right because I'm from there. I'm not Māori, I'm not black. Family's black. Tomato. Oh shit, I actually do know where that is. Anyway, so therefore, for the purposes of this, you're going to have one of your iPhones is probably going to be located in Wellington with a dating app. One of your iPhones, this iPhone, is going to be located in Aniwaniwa in Wairoa. See what I mean? So now these dating apps are going to be in different locations, and you're not going to have the same guy seeing two different profiles with the same girl in it. Then you're going to do the same thing. Put one in Rotorua, put one in Tauranga, put one in Auckland, put one in Auckland, in Waikato, and you play with Taranaki, sorry. Ooh, didn't mean to insult my whole family there. Yes, so you're going to put them all over there. So they're separated, and then in order to show the dating app profile to a different country, you're going to do that within Tinder and Bumble itself, because then they go, oh, you're showing a different country. Yeah, I know, because we did it, right? Now, option two, say you're doing it a different way. Say you're not really using our method. Say you're using proxies for whatever reason, which is highly viable. Highly viable? It's viable. Say using proxies, right? So I got an example proxy here for you. Looked up a random one. Look at this. I'm in New Zealand and the Australian Capital Territory at the same time. Magic. So if you're using proxies, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spoof the location to exactly the same spot where the proxy is, because then, as I said, there's less anomalies. If the proxy location matches up with the spoof location of the iPhone, no issues. Everyone's happy, all right? So say you're doing that. Say you're using a proxy and you're wondering how to spoof the location to that proxy. Well, here's what you're going to do. You're going to look up your IP address. I literally just use this just to find a random IP address, because obviously I don't really want to show my own. So we're going to say, there you go, there's the IP address there. Then I'm going to scan the limits. You're going to run it through. Scamalytics is going to say, all right, here's the fraud risk. Now, if you already know what you're doing, you should already have an IP address that has a low fraud risk or zero fraud risk. Otherwise, the dating app's not going to work. Or you might be using it for a totally different reason, then just ignore that. Anyway, so you've ran it through. Now you're going to scroll down to your location, and it's going to give you some coordinates. Now what you're going to do, you're going to copy the latitude coordinate and post it in the latitude part. And then you're going to go to the, where are we? Losing it. The longitude coordinates, you're going to copy, paste it in the longitude coordinates. Then it's going to pop you in that exact same spot right there. And then you're going to go modify virtual location. And all of a sudden, the proxy IP address that you're using on the iPhone is going to match the location of the iPhone to a T, and everyone's happy. So those are the two options you got, all right? I'm not going to repeat it all because otherwise the video is going to go for 30 minutes. If you're confused by that, just rewind it. So long story short, you have two options when you're spoofing. You can either spoof to a different part of the same country if you're trying to replicate the dating app method we're doing, and then use the traveling within Tinder and Bumble to travel to different locations, show the dating app profile in different countries. Or option two is you using a totally different method using mobile proxies, and then you're wanting to spoof the location so it matches the IP location. Then in that case, you can do what I just showed you, which is run the IP address through Scamalytics, scroll down to location, copy the latitude, longitude coordinates into 3uTool. Then you're going to wait for it to go to that location. Then you're going to modify. So now this iPhone here, B's iPhone, is located in Baroomba Road, which is right near where the proxy is located. And that's it. Now, before I go, because I'm just such a legend, I'm giving you all this info and you're like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, you actually know your shit. Yeah, I know. Oh, by the way, download free tools. I showed you. Empire Forums, the best. It's so underrated. I, I don't know how to convey how truly good this thing is because I understand that because I plug this in at the end of the videos, a lot of people are probably getting pitch fatigue and just looks like I'm trying to sell you bogus shit, but really can't convey how much value there is on here. It's just fucking insane. You have to see it for yourself. But yeah, just add a new section, model lead giveaways. To access model lead giveaways, this is because I'm fortunate where I am generating more model leads than I can keep up with. I think it has a lot to do with the YouTube channel. So I seem to be resonating with a lot of girls, which is awesome. And a lot of them seem to be applying and run out of room. Gonna need a bigger boat. So I thought, how can I tee up these models with vetted like members, with people who know what they're doing, who might not have a model yet, and will treat the model well and do and help them out. So I thought, how can I pair the two up? How can they find each other? I don't plan on selling them. No, I'm not going to do that. So I thought I'd create a model leads giveaway section on Empire. But to access this, you're going to need an influence score of 20 or more. What does that mean? That means that you need to be active. Influence score is something that every member gets when creating an account on Empire Forum. They get +1 influence score when someone likes their post, and they get -1 influence score when someone downvotes their post. So in order to get 20, it means you have to be active in creating quality content. This is so people can't just quickly watch the video, quickly sign up and try and snag some model leads. No, you get rewarded for being active in the community. So if you want to be a part of this, this is still coming soon. It's still under construction, but if you want to be a part of it, I highly suggest you make an account and start getting active to boost your influence score up. So then when it finally gets released and it's all set up, then you'll be eligible. And that's it. Thought I'd throw that in there. So anyway, that's it. Now, if you like the video, go smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on another video.